was in Pennsylvania. So flew out here, got here, got into Billings at about 10:30 and drove up here about 3 hours. Got to the spot, got all settled in at the house, and out in ground blind by 4 o'clock, all set up here. There were about 10 to 15 antelope out just a bit ago. Actually right around the time that I got in here. They were just out on the other side of this bluff up here, but they didn't stick around too long. So now the wait begins. Just gotta put in some time in the blind this week and see what happens. Just at the end of the day here, I have everything backed up. And there's a group of antelope came in here. I'm pretty sure it's the group that I saw earlier. They looped in here about like 150, 200 yards. And there was a little buck and a doe came in from the distance, saw them, came running in. As they came running in, the buck stopped, turned tail, and ran the other way. Here there was a pretty nice buck in with his group, ran him off. I didn't get it on video, but that was pretty cool. Now these antelope are going to want to come in here as I'm trying to get out. So this is going to be interesting. Okay, made it back into the blind. Tuesday, August 20th, my first full day of hunting here in Montana. This morning has not gone according to plans. We had an issue with a bull. I couldn't find my release. I found it now. apparently last night when I opened the gate to get out of here, it fell out of the truck. So we ended up running back to town to get my second release, and came back and went to open the gate, and there it was, laying in the ground. So, I mean, that was good that I found it, but it definitely delayed things this morning. Definitely would have been nice to have been in here earlier, because the antelope were out here when we got here. We drove up to the blind with the truck so that the antelope kind of cleared. So now we just wait. No doubt they'll be back later on. It's just a matter of how long till they get back here. It's actually kind of cool this morning. We'll see what happens. It's going to be a long day sitting in the blind. Okay, just a little update. It's 11 o'clock a.m. Earlier this morning, about a half an hour after I got in here, I saw an antelope buck about 1,000 yards down this valley. I haven't seen anything since until just a bit ago. He popped back out behind this ridge that he's hanging out in a little bit of a finger valley down through there. And he came out just a bit ago again. Popped back in. I couldn't see him. Got behind some rocks. And he seems to be slowly working this direction. The good thing here is he's actually on this side of the fencing that's here for the horses. Because that seemed to be the issue last night, is the antelope didn't want to cross this fence. So at least this buck is out there, he's by himself, and he's slowly working this direction. So I'm just kind of trying to keep tabs on him. See how much ground he'll cover. Well, my buddy's still here, hanging out with me. It's about 2 o'clock, and it's definitely warmed up a bit. Sun's out bright now. Never did see that buck again. I don't know where he went. He was headed this way. I thought for sure he'd end up coming out, and he still might, but that's about 3 hours ago since I've seen him. Haven't seen him since. Hasn't been a whole lot moving, so I'm getting a lot of reading done. I'm playing games on my phone, but it's slow right now. Hopefully it picks up here in the next couple of hours. It's just nice to be in the blind and not have to be anywhere, do anything. It's just relaxing, so just enjoying the day. I got here, was able to sneak into the blind. They did feed over the ridge and out of view, but I'm not sure if it's the same group, but they're back. They're about 250, 300 yards out here, and so far they're all that I've seen this morning. No buck, no doe. So it's definitely a better start to the day. The game plan today is see what happens till 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock, gonna move to a different ranch if things aren't going good here. So we'll see once if a buck shows up in this group of does, see where they go. If they clear and there's no buck around, maybe we'll still make the move. Showed up, came up over the rise, and he's got his group of does out in front of him here. He's not a giant buck, but he's a good, respectable buck. Definitely one that I'll shoot if he comes in here. I'm just gonna have to. This is the group of antelope that we're hunting in this spot. So I just have to hope they'll cross this fence. It's just a matter of playing the waiting game now. Just watch them and see what they do. Yeah, he's going the wrong way now. Alright, we're out here checking out new spot. Got out to there where I was this morning. Got a lot of geese and ducks in here. But we're checking this out to see if we can figure out where the antelope are coming into this water. I'm going to set up a blind, get set. There are 5 bucks that were just in here. And there's a group of antelope up on the hill too, so there's definitely some around here. Figure it out and go from there. So we're checking out this water hole. See if the antelope are coming in here, where they're coming in here. Try and figure out where we can put a blind. Alright, we're set up for the afternoon hunt for this other water hole. There were 5 bucks together as we came in. They're out of here now, but they'll probably be back. There's one in there that's a potential shooter, and there's another group of antelope that were up on the hill over here. There's a decent buck in that group, so I'm gonna just stick it out here. It's kind of windy. It's more windy here than it was down at the other spot. But I'm gonna go through, check some yardages. Just get myself set up if something does come through this evening. It's kind of the only water in the area, so they should be coming in here at some point this afternoon. See what happens. It's gonna get hot today. It's about 6:30 p.m. Just saw my first antelope. I couldn't get it on video, but it was just one doe antelope all by itself. Came in to the water hole here off to my right, behind me. Just kind of kept going. I don't know what she was up to. Definitely would not have been in bow range either. Probably about 100 yards. If it had been a buck, I still wouldn't have been able to shoot it. I'm gonna keep my eyes open here. It's a good sign. Hopefully we have a productive evening. Still have about 2 hours of hunting time left, so it's been a slow afternoon, but hopefully it's picking up here. Okay, well, there's only really about 20 minutes of shooting light left. It's probably not great camera light, but I don't know that there's anything nearby here. So, unless something wild happens here the next 20 minutes, we'll see what tomorrow has in store. Just getting set up here. I don't even know what time it is. It's probably barely 6 o'clock. I peeked out the back window, and there was an antelope standing back there. I got myself situated here, and they came in. One drank at 70 yards, and that's just a little bit farther than I want to shoot. There were 2 others. Now they went up further, and looks like they're getting a drink up at the other end, about like 100 yards. Probably farther, 150 yards. Good sign though. Day 3, or day 4, and that's the first time I had something come into the water hole. Antelope come into the water hole. Mosquitoes are kind of bad in here this morning though. Oh, that was a good sign. Good way to start the morning. Needs more to do. He left again. He got as close as 175 yards. He got some water up at the other end, so when he did that, I figured he wasn't coming this direction. It just seems like there's a swale up here that they're really traveling consistently. This is just tough though. I mean, this is a big water hole. They can kind of be anywhere. They can water almost anywhere in this water hole. It's just so big. So fun and so frustrating at the same time. I had opened this window up because the way he started coming, I figured for sure he'd come right down through here on this edge. I closed up all the other windows. I was totally blacked out in here. If he'd come up through, I'd had him. Hopefully he comes back. I doubt he will today though. He just watered now. It's just about 1 o'clock now. Those two doe that came in a bit ago, they did not come in to drink, and I believe the issue was this blind is not enjoying this wind today. And I'm pretty sure 2 poles on this side, I'm not sure if they're broken or they just keep collapsing. They don't stay unfolded. And there's a pole up top that was broken and mended and has broke again. So the blind is really floppy. And because it's really floppy, it's the antelope just are not real comfortable with it being here, and they're just getting really skittish. So I think we're gonna have to make some sort of a move here. I don't think I'm gonna be able to shoot an antelope out of this blind the way it is, because I don't think the antelope are gonna get close enough to it unless it gets to be the end of the day and the wind dies down and something comes in. Maybe then it might work. Came and they left. They came in, they were here probably at 15, 20 yards. This is a doe and a little one. This antelope definitely seems to be pretty active right now. Good sign. So, after our run and gun approach this morning, we're back to the blind approach. This is a spot we've been past for a couple days, and been seeing the antelope come in through here. There's a water hole over here. This is like a dry creek bed, and there's some areas of pockets of water up through here. And it seems like every afternoon, this group of antelope with a pretty nice buck in it comes down through here, and they basically follow this dry creek bed. I don't know how last night's storm and rain will change that pattern for today, but we came on, it's about 1 o'clock. We came in, we set up the blind, and here I am. Gonna sit here and unless they find some other antelope in a spot where we can go do some more run and gun, this is probably going to be the deal for the day. The buck was just up here about 400 yards a bit ago, so just gonna wait it out, watch them, and hope they come down this way. head down.